Liverpool nil, Manchester United nil. You all thought it was done? Come on, that talk is still going on. To us, Man U supporters, by the way, that wasn't a draw. That was a win. A draw against Liverpool yesterday at Anfield was a victory to Manchester United. Here are the player ratings. Now, starting off with Andre Onana. Out of 10, I think Andre Onana had some decent saves in that game. He looked comfortable for the most part of the game. Of course, a few times he was making one wrong pass too many, but by and large, he was one of our better performers. I would give him a 7.5 out of 10. That's Andre Onana. Right back, Diogo Dalot. Dalot again. Well, again had moments where he was getting lost like he always does, but I thought he put in a decent shift there. So he was not really our best player, but I would give him a 6. I think most of our players were above average. So I'll give Diogo Dalot a 6 out of 10. Left back Luke Shaw, not so much really to discuss, but his flank was a bit busy with Mohamed Salah trying to make all runs. Gravenberch, they were all trying to get at him, Sloboslayer, but he tried to contain them. So I would give him a decent 6.5 out of 10. That's Luke Shaw. Central defense, Johnny Evans, 8 out of 10. Proper. Johnny Evans was for me our second or third best player on the night. Him and Varane were going into every tackle right at the right time and winning it. Their experience showed up, and indeed it did come in handy, and it helped us a lot too, in quotes, win that game. It felt like a win, I'm telling you. So 8 out of 10 for Johnny Evans. Rafael Varane, my man of the match, without a doubt, by far. He was the best player on the pitch, by far. Liverpool or Man U, Varane just put in a shift like we've never seen before. Okay, maybe we've seen performances from him like that, but I mean, it's been rare us seeing. I mean, most of the times he's not even playing because of injury. But for me, I feel like he didn't put a foot wrong. I would give him a 9.5. It was that good. 9.5 out of 10. Winning every duel, aerial balls, one-on-ones, passing, everything for me was right for Rafael Varane. So he was for me the best player on the pitch. So 9.5, yes, that good out of 10 for Varane. Then let's go in the middle. Sofian Amrabat. Well, there's one thing I don't like about Amrabat. He plays while looking down. And yeah, he works hard, he runs a lot, he covers ground, he goes into tackles. I mean, you love to see it. He's a work hardy. And don't get it twisted. I thought he had a decent game, so I would give him a 8 out of 10. Amrabat, but I don't like him playing while looking down. So at times it doesn't look like he's an elite footballer when he's running while looking down. I mean, it's a basic they used to teach people. Don't play while looking down. It shows you're not confident with the ball, or you don't have vision and all. But by and large, in that particular game, I thought Amrabat did well together with Kobe. Now going to Kobe, oh, hadn't it been for Varane, I would have made him my man. Anyway, for me, he's always my man of the match even before the game starts, always. But in this particular one, because of how outstanding Rafael Varane was, I would give Kobe Maino 8.5 out of 10. Yes, I'll give him 8.5 out of 10. He put no foot wrong. He was involved in tackles. Yes, he got a yellow card, but the maturity and discipline of him managing himself after the yellow card, because he could have easily got a red because of how physical the game had got and how much he was involved in duels. But he played until I think after the 70 something minute, but he was still there and fighting, but not committing fouls. So I thought Kobe Maino, I mean, we are, he's the reason we didn't lose anyway, if you ask me. So 8.5 out of 10. But he was our most important player, I think, without a doubt. He's the reason we're that balanced, we're that calm. So I'll just give him 8.5 because Evans and Varane did have spectacular games. Then Scott McTominay. Why don't I go last on Scott, the captain? He put on the captain's armband. He did do justice to it. And in the first place, I mean, it was a shocker for everyone. But we are not the managers. We don't know what Eric Ten Hag sees in this boy during training. But Scott was still invisible for me. Well, we saw him for a few moments a bit. But in the number 10 role where we were supposed to be assisting, the pass that Kobe Maino gave Garnacho should have come from Scott McTominay. But are you surprised that it didn't? Perhaps not. So for Scott, I would give him a 6 as well out of 10. Then Rasmus Højlund. I thought Højlund did his part. powering his body always. We didn't expect him to, to get a lot of balls, but he was involved enough in play. With his hold up, also playing defensively, coming back to contribute defensively. You love to see him working hard. You love to see it. So Rasmus Højlund. So for me, I think I would give him a 6.5 out of 10, even if he didn't score. I thought he contributed a lot to the whole performance. So 6.5 for Rasmus Højlund out of 10. Then Anthony, again, always working hard. He's quite ineffective with his final ball, but he puts in the hard yards. You love to see it. So I would give Anthony as well a 7 maybe out of 10. I would give Anthony Dos Santos a 7 out of 10 for his involvement in stuff, trying to do things. Of course, they are not coming out as quite, but he tracks back, he's fighting, he's involved, he has a heart. And that's something for me that's so important for any Man United player. So that's what I think. Alejandro Garnacho, this could have been for me one of his worst games, really. I didn't feel him, to be honest. I thought he had a below average game by his standards. He could have done better. Maybe he has played too much football. No wonder he was withdrawn. So I would give him a 6 as well out of 10. And that's the mark I've given all our worst performers on the night. And 6 out of 10 is above average. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. So for me, I would give him a 6 out of 10. So in terms of man of the match, Varane, Johnny Evans, Onana, and MAINOO. Those were the best performers. And of course, Amrabat. Those would be the better players for United, maybe, in the game. But yeah, that's my player ratings. How would you rate the performance? Now, for the team generally, just as a whole unit, as a block, in terms of we executed what the game plan was, what we wanted, to the latter. Erik ten Hag was proud and happy after the game because we never wanted to go out there and think we can dominate Liverpool. So I thought out of 10, the entire team would get a proper 8 out of 10. Proper 8 out of 10. I thought they contained Liverpool. Liverpool came at us like we expected they would, but we were never fettered at all. We were never shaken. We contained them, and there we go. We get an important point that felt like a victory. Then the coach, Erik ten Hag, for the first time, Erik ten Hag is not rigid, does the basics right. He does not try to complicate football, not leaving out his star players for whichever reasons he usually gives. I thought Erik ten Hag, this was his best selected, most balanced squad this season for me. So I would properly give Erik ten Hag a cool 8 out of 10 because he named the right squad. And imagine it is circumstances that forced him into naming the right squad. Had we had Bruno Fernandes and also these other players in, certainly he wouldn't have balanced the team the way he did. So maybe this game has given him the opportunity to see who his best players are and how best he should set up his team. That's what I think. The United Hotspot, that's who we are. That's my player rating. So let me know what you think. Out of 10, in your view, in terms of order, your top 4 top performers for United in order. Let me know what you think in the comment section.